Assalamualaikum and good evening. Today we are going to talk about automated production lines and automated assembly system. This is my team member, Mary Magdalene, Musfira, Putri Noradina Sofia, my name, Siti Nur Atira, and Siti Nur Atira. For automated production lines, there are three parts: continuous, synchronous, and asynchronous. For continuous transport system, continuous transport system, which is CTS, is an integral part of Industry 4.0, which is current trend of automation and data exchange in manufacturing technologies. Efficiency and productivity, process intensification, Industry 4.0, digital transformation, modular manufacturing, and sustainable is their aspect. It's important to note that the specific design and implementation of the CTS can vary greatly depending on the specific requirement of the manufacturing process. Factors such as the type of material being transported, the distance of transport, and the operating environment all play a role in determining the most suitable CTS design. First is for overhead trolley conveyor. An overhead trolley conveyor works by using motor-driven track or trolley to move roller equipment carrier, which is trolley, along fixed overhead guide track. The trolley then acts as transporter for product or containers through a material flow system. The conveyor utilizes straight runs, curve, and slope sections, and sometimes elevators to convey part to the desired work area or zone. It allows product and materials to be conveyed over heavy traffic areas, robotic cell, and other areas not beneficial to human traffic, eliminating floor-mounted conveyor. The system pendant can be designed with greatly flexibility to carry a wide array of products. Simple gravity rail can be used to manually transport garment or multiple items on a trolley. Enclosed powered track can be used to pull many trolleys over great distance on a single drive. The controls can be as simple as an on and off motor starter to a variable speed controller to a programmable logic controller with or without a PC, web software or host system. The conveyor maximizes conveyance by utilizing unused overhead space and does so via a revolving endless loop of chain within a rigid track or a straight run of trolley. Next is bed conveyor. A bed conveyor works by using two motorized pulleys that loop over a long stretch of thick, durable material. When motors in the pulley operate at the same speed and spin in the same direction, the bed moves between the two. If objects are particularly heavy or bulky, or if the conveyor belt is carrying them for a long distance or duration, rollers may be placed on the sides of the conveyor belt for support. The component list is the frame, the belt, the driver unit, the pulley, and the clamping strap. Next is drag chain conveyor. A drag chain conveyor works by using a motor to power an endless chain of flight, which pull or drag materials through the bottom of the conveyor. The chain can be partially or completely enclosed, but in all cases, there must be some form of housing to allow material to be dragged by the flight to the outlet. The component for drag chain conveyor is chains, flights, drive unit, and throw. The flight, also known as pedal or scrapers, can use up to 50% of the available space within the conveyor for material movement, instead of the typical 20 to 45% of other conveyor types. This makes them able to move more material with less power and are generally an efficient option for conveyance. Drag chain conveyors are best suited for dry, free-flow material and are most useful for agricultural, railway, chemical, cement, and other applications which require metering and efficient movement of product. That's all from me. Thank you.
Synchronous transport system. Synchronous transport system refer to a method of moving materials, goods, or workpieces in a coordinated and synchronized manner. In various industrial processes, especially in manufacturing and logistics, the need of precise timing and coordination of movements is critical. Synchronous transport systems are designed to address this requirement, ensuring that multiple components or items move in harmony with each other. First, walking beam. A walking beam is a mechanical device used for the synchronized transfer of workpieces or materials between different processing stations. It typically consists of a beam that moves in a repropagating manner, picking up, transferring, and releasing materials at various locations. This mechanism ensures that multiple operations can be carried out in a controlled and sequential manner. This is the example of walking beam conveyor design assembly. Next, the rotary indexing machine. A rotary indexing machine is a type of machining system that utilizes a rotary table to index workpieces to various machining stations. This ensures that each station performs a specific operation on the workpiece. The indexing movement is synchronous, meaning that the rotation of the table is precisely controlled to align with the machining operation. And this is the example of rotary indexing machine. That's all from me. Now I like to pass this slide to Musfira.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. I will explain about the asynchronous transport system. So this is the synchronous transport system. Work unit move independently between workstation. Queue of work unit can form in front of each station. So this is the example of asynchronous transport. Is a power and free conveyor. Power and free conveyor are the workhorse of the overhead conveyor product family. They are typically used to transport parts along an assembly line from one process to another. Power and free conveyor also enable product to buffer along the conveyor path because they allow part to stop and start automatically as require power, and free conveyor system are extremely versatile. This is the example of assembly area using a power and free conveyor. This is a automated guided vehicle. Automated guided vehicle are battery handling system or load carry that travel autonomously throughout a warehouse, distribution center or manufacturing facility without an on-board operator or driver. That's all for me. Thank you.
Now I will explain about automated assembly system configuration for inline assembly machine. Inline assembly machines are linear systems in which the products move in straight line and each assembly station is located along this line. As the product moves from one end to the other, each station typically perform a specific assembly task. Inline assembly procedures can employ both synchronized and asynchronous systems, depending on the particular needs of the manufacturing process. Inline assembly machine characteristics include the process of sequential assembly. Each station is dedicated to a specific assembly task and suitable for high volume production. This is the picture that um, explain the inline assembly machine, starting from base part into the complete assemble. And this the below is the example of the inline assembly machine. Next, dial indexing machine. A rotary indexing machine, also known as dial indexing machine, is a type of automated assembly system that perform assembly operation at multiple workstations arranged in a circular or dial-shaped configuration. A rotary indexing table is used in this system to move products or component from one station to the next, ensuring that each station completes a specific assembly task. The base parts are loaded onto fixtures or nests attached to a circular dial table, and the components are added at workstation located around the dial periphery at its indexes from station to station. Dial index machine component. Rotary indexing table, a circular table with indexing position, rotate incrementally to position them. Assembly station, workstation arranged around the table, prepare for specific assembly tasks. Indexing machine, control the table position rotation. Allow incremental station stops. Control system consists of PLC and sensors. Oversee the movement of table and station activities. Loading, unloading station, allow for product placement and removal. Capable of adapting to specific assembly requirement. This is the picture that explaining the component added at a station for dial indexing machine. This is the advantage of dial indexing machine. High precision, which ensure accurate and repeatable assembly, efficient space use, circular layout, optimized floor space, sequential assembly, product move through tasks in a sequence, versatility, adaptable for diverse assembly needs. This is the example of the dial indexing machine. That's all for me. Next.
For the Assalamualaikum, my name is Siti Naratira. For the third system configuration is carousel assembly system. It is a hybrid between the circular workflow of the dial type assembly machine and the straight workflow of the inline system. Carousels can be operated with continuous, synchronous, and asynchronous transfer mechanisms. This is the example. Okay, next slide. For the key characteristic of carousel assembly system is one, rotating platform carousel. The central feature of the system is the carousel itself. It is a circular platform that can rotate, allowing workstations or assembly stations to move around the assembly line. This rotation enables efficient access to different stages of the assembly process. Second, modular workstation. Their workstations are set up around the carousel, each dedicated to a specific task or stage of the assembly process. These workstations are typically modular and can be easily adjusted or reconfigured to accommodate different products or assembly requirements. Third, sequential assembly. The carousel assembly system is designed to move products through the assembly process in a sequential manner. As the carousel rotates, each workstation is responsible for a specific step in the assembly, and products move from one workstation to the next. Fourth, high efficiency and throughput. The rotational design of the carousel allows for a continuous and efficient flow of materials through the assembly line. This can be result in high throughput and increased production efficiency compared to traditional linear assembly systems. Next slide. For the components of carousel assembly system, first is human-machine interface, HMI, an interface that allows operators to interact with and control the carousel assembly system. This can be included touchscreens or control panels for monitoring and adjusting the assembly process. For the second, control system. The control system manages the rotation of the carousel and coordinates the movement of products through the assembly line. It may include programmable logic controllers, PLCs, or computerized control system to ensure synchronized operation and sequencing of workstations. Okay. So the third is conveyor system. In some carousel assembly system, a conveyor system may be integrated to facilitate the movement of materials between workstations or to transport partially assembled products to subsequent stages. This enhances the overall efficiency of the assembly process. But the fourth is quality control stations. Some carousel assembly system incorporated specific station dedicated to quality control and inspections. These systems may include sensors, cameras, or testing equipment to check for defects and ensure product quality. Okay, for the fifth is automation components. Depending on the level of automation, carousel assembly system may incorporate robotic arms, automated tools, or other robotic components to perform specific tasks, further enhancing the efficiency and precision. Okay, for the last system configuration is single station assembly cell. A manufacturing setup where the entire assembly process for a product takes place at a single workstation or cell. Unlike traditional assembly lines with multiple workstations, each dedicated to a specific task. A single station assembly cell condenses the entire assembly process into a more compact and focused workstation. They are performed on a base part at a single location. This approach is suitable for products or components that do not require an elaborate or multi-stage assembly process. This is an example of the single stage assembly cell. Okay, next slide. But the key characteristic of single station assembly cell is compact design. Single station assembly cells are typically compact and occupy a smaller footprint compared to a larger assembly system. This makes them suitable for environments where space is limited. But the second is dedicated workstations. The assembly process is concentrated at a single workstation. This workstation is equipped with tools, equipment, and fixtures necessary to complete the entire assembly process. For the third is manual or semi-automated operations. While some single-station assembly cells may be entirely manual, others may incorporate semi-automated features or tools to enhance efficiency and precision in certain tasks. For the fourth is workstation ergonomics. Consideration of ergonomics factors is crucial in design of the workstation to ensure the comfort and safety of the operators performing assembly tasks. Next slide. The components of single station assembly cell, for example, is workstation, the central element of the assembly cell. The workstation is where all assembly tasks are performed. It includes the necessary tools, fixtures, and equipment for assembling the product. But the second is assembly tools, tools required for the specific assembly task, such as screwdrivers, wrenches, pliers, or other hand tools. In some cases, power tools or semi-automated tools may be integrated to enhance efficiency. But the third is fixtures and jigs. there are specialized tools or structures that hold components in place during the assembly process, ensuring accuracy and consistency. Okay, for the fourth is material handling equipment. Equipment for transporting components to and from the workstation, such as carts, trays, or conveyors. This facilitates the efficient flow of materials during the assembly process. For the fifth is quality control stations, areas within or adjacent to the workstation where quality control checks are conducted. This may include visual inspections, measures, or testing to ensure the assembled product meets quality standards. That's all. Thank you.